Now, at the moment, my tweezers are meeting awkwardly at the corners. What's fantastic about Fusion 360 is that we don't have to start over because we forgot some feature. We've got this timeline down the bottom here. We're going to go back into my sketch here. So I'm going to right click on it, edit sketch, and as I make changes, they will propagate through my design as much as possible. Now, one thing we always want to do is make sure we're nice and zoomed in so we can see what we're doing. And what I want to do is just add a construction line 5mm from the end here. So I'm going to hit L for line, and then if I make it a construction line, I can click over here or hit X. Right, so X toggles it on and off. And I'm going to draw a line top to bottom. You can see it snaps to 90 degrees. And before we actually wrote in the dimensions, this time I can put them in after the fact. So here's sketch dimension, or D. Click on the point, and I can set that to 5mm. Right, now I want to add a line. I do want this to be part of my sketch, so I'm going to hit X to turn off the construction line, zoom right in. I'm going to start from the bottom of my construction line and come over somewhere to the edge here. You can see if I go to the middle, I get this triangle. That tells me I'm at the center point of that line. I want to come down a little bit because what I'm about to do is hit D for dimension, select both of these lines, and now I can actually put in and specify an angle. I want 5 degrees. Right, now I don't want these parts to my design, so hitting T for trim, I'll trim those away. Right, coming down to the bottom, do the same sort of thing, but let's say I've accidentally put in, again, one construction line, put in a diagonal line. We've got all these constraints here. Right, so rather than drawing it again, what I can do is hit horizontal, vertical, come over here to that line, and now that's locked to being always horizontal or vertical, and it will go to the nearest of the two. Constraints can be really helpful, especially for finding tangents, but Fusion 360 is smart enough to snap a lot of them in, and you'll just recognize over time what some of these symbols mean. So again, hitting D for dimension, and I'll make that 5mm, and again, come over here. It's a construction line, it's dotted, so hitting X to change that again, and D for dimension to get 5 degrees. Trim, finish sketch, and you can see it's actually updated into our 3-dimensional model. It's really handy. Right, so heading back to our home view, there it is.